What is popping, fellow gamers? Today, we're going to be reviewing the top movies of 2019, what's coming out, and what is Raider Night hyped for. Is Raider Night even hyped to begin with? Let's find out. One of the big movies that let's just get it out of the way. Everybody knows, everybody's going to watch it. It's going to be the biggest movie probably of the entire year. You got Avengers Endgame. What will happen? Will Thanos die? Most likely, yes. So why even ask that question? But it's going to be a good movie. It appears that they're going to go to the what's it called? I forgot the name. I already forgot the name. I think they were going to go to the subatomic realm. That's not the name, is it? What is the name? And I just dropped shit. Damn. What's the name of the subatomic realm in Marvel? I'm going to have to look it up. I don't think it's called the subatomic realm, is it? The quantum realm, that's it. Jeez, shows how much of a Marvel fan I am, despite being a massive Marvel fan. My god. But I am hyped for this movie. They're going to go to the quantum realm. They're going to kill Thanos, most likely. They're going to bring back SpiderMan. I mean, why are you even asking that question? And most likely Iron Man or Captain America is going to die. And that is your movie. And I just dropped something again. This is going to be a high quality video, I can already tell. Next movie, Captain Marvel. This one's coming out in about a month, I think. I'm probably going to watch it. It doesn't really look that good. But I'll still watch it. It's a movie. You got Star Wars Episode 9 coming out later this year in December. This is a movie that I am hyped for, but scared for. I'm not going to watch it in theaters because I don't really want to, watch a bad movie in theaters if it sucks. And Star Wars The Last Jedi was probably the worst Star Wars movie I've ever seen in my life. So it's even made me root for the bad guy over the good guy. That's how bad it's gotten. I think Kylo Ren is so much more interesting than the main character. And that's, maybe that's just my opinion, but I'm rooting for Kylo Ren over the main character, which is, kind of sad if you look at it that way. But, Kylo Ren, he could have an interesting story if they changed it. Obviously, he killed Han Solo, but if they changed up his character and they made him revert to a good guy, kind of like Darth Vader did at the end, well, maybe I shouldn't spoil it, but, Darth Vader becomes a good guy at the end of the sixth movie. In the franchise, at least, of all 9 of them. So, yeah. And what I'm hoping for is if they do something cool with Kylo Ren, maybe make him a good guy and kind of make him, regret killing Han Solo and then, I don't know, forge a new destiny as a Jedi, if that makes sense. It probably doesn't, but I just really hate the main character. And I really don't like Rey. She doesn't have a backstory. She's super boring, and she's just annoying. Her character is really annoying. And it's like they're trying to remake the originals, despite, why? Why don't you do something original for once instead of just copy the old movies, The story arc is going in the same directions that the originals did, only with a new main character who doesn't even have a backstory. So that's why I really am not hopeful for Star Wars Episode 9, but I really hope it's good at the same time. It's kind of a weird dynamic where you hope Star Wars doesn't go to trash, but it's already in that direction. It's going to be a forgotten trilogy, regardless, though, probably. Another movie coming out this year is the new Child's Play movie. You've probably seen the trailer for it. A lot of people dissed it, and they said they're not hyped for this movie at all. The only reason I think it's going to be good is because it's made by the same people who made the new It movie a couple of years ago, and that movie was really good. At least in my opinion, it was even better than the original. So if they can do the same thing with Child's Play and make it better than the original with Chucky, maybe, make an interesting dynamic where Chucky, fights, I don't know. Maybe I'm explaining this like crap, but just do something cool with it and make it interesting, I guess. I don't know. Another movie I'm hyped for is Toy Story 4. It appears to be, kind of a bland version of Toy Story. I'm not sure if it's going to be good or not. It looks kind of bad from the trailers, but if they can do it right, I think it'll be a good, fourth movie for the trilogy that was already built. I think the trilogy should have just ended it. It was already done fine. There's no reason to continue the series, but they wanted to continue it because money, and money talks, that's for sure. Another movie that is not going to be good at all. I can already see it's going to be one of the cringiest movies of the year. The new Aladdin movie. It's going to be memes. I can see it right now. It's just going to be meme after meme after meme. So it might be good. I might watch it anyways, but I think it's mostly just going to be a pretty big meme movie at this point. And then you got the Spider-Man Far From Home movie coming out in midsummer. I think it's going to be good. It has Mysterio in it, which is a pretty popular villain, and for taking place after Infinity War, it's going to be pretty hard to top that movie anyway. So what Marvel does is beyond me, but I really don't know how they can top Infinity War for future films. So I think Far From Home, though, it's going to be a decent summer movie. And that's really all they really need at this point, to be honest. Another movie coming out is the new Lion King movie that is like live action. I think it's not going to be interesting. I'm not even going to watch it, just saying. I don't even know why anybody wanted a Lion King, live action movie to begin with, but suit yourself, I guess. I don't know. And then you got the Lego Movie 2. I think it's going to be funny, and that's all I really care about. The first one was a massive meme with laser sharks and all that type of stuff. And that's kind of all I'm really hoping for the second one. So if they can do that, I'll watch it, and I think it'll be pretty good. You got Frozen 2 that was recently announced a couple days ago, and it actually, it makes me look like an idiot saying this, but it actually looks pretty good for like a princess movie. I'm gonna get made fun of, aren't I? Jesus Christ, why am I even saying this? But it looks like a good movie. I think if you watch the trailer, it looks all right. I'm gonna definitely get made fun of in the comments for this. I don't really care. I think it's gonna be good. Prove me wrong. I'll dab on you. But then again, it might be an awful movie, and it might be just like the first one and make us cringe for the rest of our lives. All right. We also have the Godzilla movie coming out, and I actually have high hopes for this. It looks like they're going in a new direction for this film, and they're doing something that I haven't seen a Godzilla film do before. They're going to have the world undergo an extinction event while humanity has to survive at the same time in order to stop Godzilla. So it makes for an interesting concept, because usually in the movies the only way they defeat Godzilla is either with large planes and missiles or nuclear bombs. And seeing them, actually change up the story, and the only way to stop Godzilla is to end humanity, I think it's very interesting, and I think it's a good concept for this movie. So I know not a lot of people aren't talking about this film, but it actually looks pretty good, and I have some high hopes if they do it right. Another film coming out this year is How to Train Your Dragon Part 3. From the trailers, it doesn't look that good, and I'm really kind of sad that it doesn't look that good. It looks kind of like your, cringy third movie that kind of wraps up a, animation trilogy, but I don't know. Coming off from the first two movies that were just really well scripted and made, I really hope that this third movie isn't just a massive, flop and like massively, damages the first two films. Is pretty much all I'm worried about for this movie. And then you got Alita Battle Angel, which is coming out. I actually think this one could be interesting. Obviously, you got Big Eye, Betty, whatever you want to call her. But, I think it might be good. I'm not sure what it's about, so I'll probably just end up watching it for fun anyways. We also got the new Men in Black movie, Men in Black International, with Thor in it, so I don't know, it might be good, might be different. There hasn't been a Men in Black movie for a fairly long time, if I haven't been mistaken. What was the last one that came out? I'm going to have to look it up. Men in Black movies. I'm just gonna have to look it up. There was one in 2012, Men in Black 3. So it's been about, what's that, 7 years? That's a pretty long time. So it'll be interesting to have a new cast and new characters to expand the franchise on. I'm not sure if this is a follow-up to the original trilogy or not, but I think that'd be kind of interesting as well. But we're gonna have to wait and see. What's your thoughts? Another movie I'm hyped for is Detective Pikachu. It actually looks really good. Jokes aside, video game movies can't be, very well made. A lot of video game movies flop pretty massively, but I don't know. I got a weird feeling that this one's going to be good for some reason. It looks like they put a lot more time into this, and it's Pokemon, which, if you can make Pokemon look good in a movie, I mean, you can make anything look good in a movie, because Pokemon, we've never seen anybody try to make a live action type Pokemon movie. And, usually when you do cringy stuff like that, it just ends up in a flop. And I think we're going to see a cringy video game movie later in this year. Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie, looks really bad, but this Detective Pikachu one, it actually looks like it has, hope to be a decent movie. So I'm kind of hyped for that. And then we also have the new Hellboy movie. This one doesn't look very promising, but I might watch it for fun. Nothing too crazy though, it doesn't look very good. We also got Hobbs and Shaw from the Fast and the Furious creators. Again, another cringy movie. Looks like your basic action film, doesn't look very good. I'm probably not going to watch it. You got Happy Death Day Part 2. The first one, it was alright. I don't think it was a great film, but I don't think it was a bad film either. So, considering they're making a second one, it's either for a quick cash grab because it's coming out, not that long ago from the first one, and there's no way they could have built a really good film in that short amount of time. Prove me wrong. I guess it might be a great film. I can't tell you that, but if it is a good movie, I'll definitely end up watching it, and it might be good, so I might watch it anyways. I'm not sure. We're also seeing another movie coming out later this year, which is Pet Sematary, and this is a horror movie that takes place from a Stephen King novel. It actually looks alright for a film. I'm not sure if it's going to be made by the same people who made the It movie or not, but I might watch it. Looks decent. Tell me your thoughts. We also got the new Terminator movie coming out later this year, I'm guessing. Terminator Dark Fate is what they've decided to call it. Looks like an interesting film. I'm not sure if they're going to expand the lore of the original, movies or not, because lately the last couple films they made weren't really that good, so I'm going to have to wait and see. But I think it might be a flop. And for the most part, that's kind of the main movies that are coming out this year. Nothing else too crazy being announced. So, what's your thoughts for this year's movies? Do you think there's going to be some good ones? I actually think this is going to be a really great year for movies, based off of what we've already seen come out in the first 2 months worth of trailers. I think 2019 is going to be a great way to end out the 2010 decade of movies. So, tell me your thoughts. I think movies are going to have a really good year this year. But again, passing the question on to you guys, tell me what you think, what movies are you hyped for, and what movies do you wish they, decided to make movies about in, 2019, 2020, whenever. And I'll see you all for the next one.